How are we doing, buddy? Everything good? Mishdev, hey buddy. Thank you for coming. Give me 1 second. I'm just starting now slowly. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. Jesus fucking Christ, man. What is this? Why is this working like this? It makes no sense. All right, cool. Let me check. Yeah. Great. And can you guys hear me? Okay, good, good. Nice. Amazing. I feel depressed. Yo, I mean, do you have a partner, friends, whatever, right? Human beings are not meant to be alone all the time, right? So if you're just sitting home alone all the time, well, that's not very healthy for you, man. And if you don't have friends and stuff, then that's a different problem you should work on, right? That is very dangerous place you're in, because that means that work defines you, you know, which is never ends well, right? Because if you lose that job or whatever, then that's a very dangerous type of thing. What are your thoughts on pursuing iOS? I have no idea about iOS, my friend. I don't program in Objective-C or Swift or anything, so I wouldn't know. I would much rather, focus on your own demographics and area where you live, and see if there are jobs in the area where you are. But I don't develop mobile apps, so my knowledge there is fairly limited, to say at least. Of course, man, my pleasure. Thank you for asking. All right, so let's hopefully we're gonna have some good programming session today. I really need to. There's a lot of work to do, and yeah, we need to get there. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Where is it? The hell is this, man? Yeah, sometimes lazy Docker kind of fails. I don't know why. All right, let's leave that there and jig them, my friend. Hey, and let's kind of get over here. So I'm kind of moving this track creation to a bull MQ, so because it takes a while. So I need to test now. Let's see what happens. Generate track. Learning creation started. So now basically at this point we should have kind of initiated the cron job somewhere. Yeah, so here it is. So yeah, so I'd like to learn Postgres. So yeah, we did initialize it. Okay, let's see now if it's gonna attempting phase 2. attempt 1 out of 3, attempting phase 3 node expansion. So if this succeeds, we should get an in-app notification and also an email saying this track creation successful. If I refresh this, it has been created, but I didn't get a notification, which is bad. And also, if we take a look at the mail trap, let's see, did we get any email? No, so we didn't get any email, nor we got a notification. Okay. Also, what is this? What the hell? How is our API not failing with this error? All right, so we need to kind of, I suppose, fix a couple of things. Let's go to our new worker here. So create track, check for existing ones, validate order, index uniqueness. Then we do the track, we start the transaction. Vibe coding, really, because your question is so fucking dumb, I'll ban you instantly. What a fucking idiot, man. What a stupid question. Jesus Christ. A fucking moron that lives under the rock. Or in a forest somewhere. Are you vibe coding? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, these are actually, so AI is miserably failing here. So we'll kind of revert that. It's failing miserably. So let's, yeah, so let's start a new session. Java developer role in 2020, will this be? No, but how can I know this, my friend? Nobody knows that. How can I know that? You're asking questions that nobody can respond to. I'm using auto mode. I'm not using Opus because it's very expensive for trivial things like this. Because these are very trivial things. Have you tried Sequelize TypeScript? I've tried a jig dev, and I would say that it's pretty bad. I mean, if I wasn't this deep with Sequelize, I would probably use something else. I wouldn't use Sequelize. Unfortunately, Sequelize, when it was written, it hasn't been really written. It hasn't been written in TypeScript. It has initially been written in JavaScript. So, yeah. So, honestly, I think they're better alternatives. If you're starting a new project today, just, you know, don't use Sequelize. I would say that you have to use an ORM because it makes sense. Because 90% of things you do with the database is kind of it is kind of very plain and right. So it is very repetitive, right? It's very CRUD. So not using an ORM would be a little bit silly, right? But you can see like the auto mode is really bad. I mean, the AI is failing miserably here. Which library are you using for queues? A bull MQ. This is what we're using. We're using bull MQ because it synergizes really well with nodejs, right? And that's more than enough, right? No, absolutely, man. Please always ask. Thank you very much for asking. That's great. I'm already using Redis from more or less day one, so that's why bullMQ also is an amazing thing. Because again, for all projects that use bullMQ, it just is plug and play pretty much, right? Yeah, exactly. We also have it installed. I'm not using it much because, yeah, we also have it. We have the bull board, it's called, right? At least in development, right? We have it in Docker Compose right here. I want us to finalize this feature. It's awesome. It's very complex though. So I really need to now kind of get to a point where we can release it to production in version 1 and then have some of you guys use it and play with it because it's highly complex. It became more complex than I anticipated, honestly. what was it? SRC templates email. It was like preview, right? Something. Preview templates, yeah. Oh, never mind. We need to be in the root. Just want to preview our email templates. We need to create one for learning event reminder track created. We need, we've done a thing wrong. We need to send an in-app notification when a track is created. Actually, we do track created, yeah. Can we double check if our in-app notification plus email is actually sent? Chandler, hey buddy, good man, good. Just gonna do a quick stream, then be with my wife and kids. I really kind of need to get down to finalizing this kind of learning track that I demoed to you guys recently. But there's quite few. I don't think I'll finish today. There's a lot of work. It's highly complex. There's a lot of code. I kind of underestimated it a bit. Also, I kind of spent some time changing it and making it better. So it is a very good feature, but it's unfortunately not done yet. I thought it would be, but it's not. It's not, sadly. What about you, man? How are you? Good, nice, man, nice. Good to hear, good to hear. AI is kind of bad today, and you know, some of the things I think I need to do on my own, because sometimes it just miserably fails. So I kind of need to yell at it a bit. This is a test file, right? Yes. Oh my God. Sometimes it's just really, really bad. Sometimes it's just absolutely fucking terrible, man. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's really bad. What is it? There's no challenge, man. It's just it's a very huge task. No challenge here at all. It's just a highly complex. I'm building practically the whole app now within Programmer Network, right? So there's just a lot of pieces to glue together and stuff. There's no challenge. It's just a highly complex task to keep. There's a lot of AI stuff that I have to do and a lot of retries that I have to do, and you know, because you know, I mean, it's fun. It's fun, and it's gonna be an awesome feature for sure. I'm gonna use it almost daily, without a doubt. But yeah. Oshiko, my friend, hey, thank you for coming, dude. Yeah, man, this is a terrible, terrible solution. So you can see kind of I had to break a single API call into 3 different calls, one doing the strategy, another one doing the skeleton, and etc. Right? So now we have 3 different calls to generate the learning track and the benchmarking and stuff. So I had to do a lot of optimization on the prompt itself and other things. And still there's a lot of work to do. Like I wrote a lot of the notes down that I'm going to try to do this stream. There's still a lot of stuff to do in the back end. And then the front end, yeah, is going to be simpler because I already drew some of the things by hand. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if that's gonna work though. I'm not super sure. Yeah. Fastify still infers the schema type with the index signature, making the interface. So you can see who asked JigDev, was it you or someone else? Yeah, I think you asked about Sequelize. You can see that it's sometimes very painful to make Sequelize work with the JSON, with AJV, another JSON validator, and also TypeScript interfaces, right? So it is, you get into these situations now where it's just a fucking random and very frustrating. You can see what is it doing. That is absolutely disgusting. So now we're kind of fighting the type because of inconsistency between the basically type systems here. Yeah, for the other product that I'm building, Solo Nest, I'm using Drizzle as well, yeah. Because now it's you can see like there are certain times like this now when it's just absolutely painful to do this. And I mean, it's also good because it is type safe, so you will get the type safety, so you kind of have to fiddle with it, so you don't really want to solve it, you want to make sure that it's right. No, for sure. I mean, there are many options, I'm sure, man. You see like how, and this is kind of, yeah, I'm getting a little bit frustrated, man, with this idiot manually casting things. It's just it really pisses me off, like big time, but I think we are potentially good. Let's take a look at it. So now technically if I create a new track, like to learn about React hooks, let's imagine that. Now we should queue a new job, right? So if we go here and generate a track, we are now in we have created a job. Let's see, where is it? Where are the logs? Yeah, here it is. So attempting phase 2. So it didn't fail yet at all. So now it's phase 3. So you can see I'm doing 3 different API calls to the OpenAI. And then it's done now. It's just we're not getting a notification, which is actually pretty bad. Nor we're getting an email. But it is, as you can see, created. It passed all the validation, so that's very good. Email nor in-app notifications are being sent. Let's do that. let's take a look at our mail traps. Hey, we would have received an email here, but we didn't. So we're getting close, and then I'll show you. I wrote a lot of notes down this morning when I was with my kids. I was just on my e-ink tablet. I was just writing some ideas down. So I think I have some good kind of changes for the UI, and then hopefully we'll release it. Yeah, I have, yes. I mean, I can show you basically what it is right now. I have it drawn on my tablet. So basically, you create a learning mastery track, basically user, right? We queue a job, right? So we have bool mq, create a new job. Now this job has obviously some retry mechanisms, whatever. I think I added some whatever, and this job does basically several things, but it does 3 API calls to OpenAI right now, and each call can retry, right? On success, we send an email notification and in-app notification, basically. So essentially, because this can take a minute or two, because it has to create something that's good, having a user waiting in the UI makes no sense. So as you're gonna see in a moment when I demo it again, once you create one, audit complete. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, let's try again. And of course, here locally, what we will want to do, probably we'll want to have some CTA. So when you create a new track, machine learning, I like to deep dive into the world of machine learning as a machine learning beginner. So we started the job now. Let's see. Yeah, this is where we started. Okay, now we are succeeding, right? You can see we're not really failing any attempts yet, at least. So attempts 1 out of 3. Now it's doing the phase 3, it's creating the nodes. All right, let's see, did we get any notification? No, we didn't. Did we get any email? No, we didn't. Invalid input value for enum notification type. Okay, I see what's happening here. I see, so we most likely have, yeah, I think I have an enum on the notification table. So let's actually give this to the AI. It's gonna be way better than me debugging this. Because I think we need to create a migration file yeah. We need a migration to basically create this track created on our notification table. If I actually open pgadmin, let's take a look at that. Yeah. As you can see, I'm sure it's gonna. Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna generate a migration file now. Then we can try again. Yeah. Select exists, select one PG, add enum type ID, notification type as exists. Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical about this, but let's see. Verifying the model, do begin. If not exists, select blah, blah, blah. Sure. And there's high probability as well that we have some ESLint or type issues, so I don't think this migration will run at all. Yeah, exactly. So, where is this? Yeah, queue manager. This is worth farted out. Is this my own? Yeah. Maybe delay or whatever. Let's see. Ah, I see. Okay. And also, kind of, this is questionable, right? But this is actually good because we don't want the bull MQ to retry. We want to retry the jobs that fail, not the whole thing. So that's why we have our own retry, run with retry thing. Keep completed jobs for 1 hour. Okay. Let's try to run this migration again. Okay, cool. And yeah, let's try creating a new track again. Daily limit reached, 3 out of 3 tracks. Okay, good. So that also works. Let's go and remove mastery tracks so I can let's say delete from mastery. I guess it's going to be learning.mastery track. Yes. And we should probably, yeah, actually what I'm going to do, so we don't need to do this from the UI. Let's just, we're going to kind of move this into curl so I don't have to do this crap. So let's generate, and then, yeah, it's this one. We got 202. Great. So let's kind of get this, let's say copy as curl, copy curl, copy as, yeah, copy curl. And then we can just paste it here. Nah, that's not what I wanted. Say copy as curl bash. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's actually see now the logs. So it is creating it. Let's see now what's going to happen, if we're going to get any errors, if we're going to send any emails. Critical path mismatch expected. 2 critical nodes found 4. Email notification sent. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we need to kind of handle now this notification in the UI, but we should see an email here. Your personalized learning path is ready. I'd like to learn Postgres joins and put a huge focus on memorizing them properly. Okay. Then if we click this, learning tracks, probably the URL is wrong. Learning hub, learning tracks, learn tracks. Okay. So let's go to the new email template we generated. So templates, learning, content, and over here somewhere, I suppose, your personalized blah blah blah. Yes. Learning. Where the fuck is that, man? Jesus Christ. Track URL. Okay. Email content. All right, now we need to go to the UI. We need to go to the UI, and we need to handle that in the UI as well. Let's actually take a look at that notification of ours. We need our UI to also handle this new type. What the fuck is happening? Cool. So we're gonna extend our notifications. So it kind of, because we built this notification system like 2-3 years ago. So we kind of, there's no third-party stuff here. So we just need to now in the UI cover this specific metadata for the track that's being created. That should literally be 1 minute for AI here, because it's literally just adding a case in a switch statement, and kind of, you see now it renders empty because it doesn't, we don't cover this track created type. So in a second we should be able to see it handled. Let's see, exactly, track created, render track created, yes, sure, cool, cool, and there we go. Programmer network created a new learning track. Then it takes us there, great. Programmer network, yeah, I don't like that. Let's kind of programmer network. I mean, you are on programmer network already, so that's a little bit silly. Created a new learning track, yeah, initiator username, which is completely wrong, yeah, so fuck that. Let's say here, maybe a new learning track has been created. Maybe your new learning track has been created. Yeah, something like that, right? I guess. Yeah, let's kind of do that. Let's do that. Shit, no, that's not what I wanted. Not cable, icon, lightning. Yeah, yeah, okay. Lightning. Outline, yeah, yeah. So this one. Yeah. This one, right? Yeah. Okay, so maybe, and then that should take us to the actual track. And then the email, as we saw, is there. Your personalized learning path is ready. I'd like to learn Postgres. We've created a custom learning track tailored for your goals. Start your own journey and master it today. Yeah, that's a little bit generic, but whatever. And then let's take a look at this. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Very good. I like it a lot. Even though, yeah. I think that's very, very good. Okay. Frankie TH, hey buddy, yeah man, I did. I'm still off until 5th. So a couple of more days, a week or so to chill out with my kids and my wife and you guys every now and then when I have the time to stream. And I hope the same for you, man. Hope the same for you. Very nice. It's really, this thing is going to be amazing. I'm also considering to literally release this also as a separate product almost, because it's going to be awesome. Nice, man. Congrats. Congrats, dude. New job, always super fun. Just open up your ears and just soak it all in. Soak it all in, man. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, so the code is kind of getting along very nice. A little bit of fighting back and forth with AI. It kind of had, I think AI is also having a weekend. So it's kind of pisses me off big time, because sometimes it's so good and sometimes it's really just, sometimes it's very strangely so bad that, yeah. They want to use your library. Nice, man. That is something you should be proud of, dude. Let me, just bear with me, give me like 2 minutes just to... Yeah, definitely. Just bunch of, one of the big downsides, which is a paradox of AI, is that you can write so much code so quickly, right? That while impressive and certainly useful, it also makes the sense of code. It makes the code even less relevant. And then it makes us human beings cognitively completely exhausted sometimes, because you have to really not review just to make sure that the code is good. That's simple. But also to kind of keep track of your own creation so you can maintain it over time, right? And luckily it writes the code exactly based on my existing code, so that makes it a little bit easier to kind of... I mean, one thing that's forever going to remain a sad thing. So I love AI and I use it obviously a lot, and it actually doesn't even matter do I love it or not. It's beside the point. That's irrelevant. AI is here, and this is a new reality for pretty much any professional. We can see that, and the saddest part of all, if you will, is that our job became, from one perspective, super more fun. From the other perspective, it became less fun, depending how you look at it. So, for example, from one perspective, now we can truly be product developers, not software developers, right? On the other hand, the magic that we used to have, the sense of owning the code and the sense of getting proud of your own creation in a way is kind of lost, because now it's not us writing the code anyway, right? We are merely just architects, and of course, not to say that we don't have responsibility. Of course we do, but that sense of writing code and being proud of something is kind of lost, right? It's now, of course, now we have to transition our pride to products and customers being happy and all of that, which always has been the case. Is just, it's like if you tell me, I can't wait to write code. I mean, which code, right? Most of us no longer write code as we used to write. And this is, you can like it or not. It's absolutely irrelevant if we agree with that, right? This is just a fact. And I see it at work. I see it with other people. You might hear different from some content creator who's sitting in their living room and doing content full time. But when you go to work and when you look at your colleagues, yourself, everyone else, we're all kind of being architects now for the most part. We're, doing this, reviewing, polishing, making sure it's perfect. And I actually don't think that the code is worse. I do believe that code is actually better. I think that the code we can write today objectively can be better, right? Because now we can just reiterate way faster, right? Like, like before, if you took a certain direction and you spent a month on doing it, chances that you're gonna talk to your CTO or your tech lead and say, oh, I want to take this direction, were very marginally low. Today, you can design a system like this and then realize, crap, let's try something else. So also the beauty is that we have so many options to reiterate, to kind of poke a little bit more. So I believe that systematically we are actually advanced in that sense. I think it's beautiful. It's just, it's more now that we are decision makers truly, and we delegate this typing part to the computer, right? Which I still believe that computer is way better at than us. You know, so it is positive, but even though it's positive, it still doesn't change the fact that it's not maybe fun as it used to be, right? From that perspective, right? Now, again, as I said, from another perspective, you know, I feel like a 10-man company past 3-4 years, right? I can do incredible things over the weekend, right? If I would focus, if I would code for 12 hours a day for 2 days, I could build almost any MVP of any product, right? Emphasis on MVP, right? But still, I mean, that's fascinating. But again, fun is elsewhere. It's no longer, oh, look at this class I wrote, it's beautiful. Well, I mean, yeah, but you didn't write it. The computer wrote it, right? So, you know, we just have to transition as we had I mean, I've been in this industry since 2007, so I went already through many transitions. Just one of them is just this transition today is vastly different than the previous transitions, right? So that is a little bit of a sad fact, yeah. No, I definitely agree with you. I mean, there's so many questions, right? There's exactly there. So the thing is, so for example, what scares me the most, right, is exactly like you said. I think there are many potential negatives that we cannot see today, but we might see in 5 or 10 years from now, right? So for example, what happens now when we stop hiring younger individuals, when we change our expectations? Like what happens to the open source community, which like it's almost meaningless. Why would you even do open source anymore? What happens to, you know, like what happens to libraries and innovation of new technology, better ways to do things, right? It's just like there's so many, you know, things that we don't know. I'm not suggesting it's going to be better or worse. Who knows? It's just because, you know, synthesized data or synthetic data that AI people are saying, yeah, AI will be building tools. AI will not be building tools, right? So it's I don't think it's going to be building shit, right? It's a prediction algorithm, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I think there's so many unknowns that saying that we understand what the hell is happening would not be very true. Okay, this is our prompt, which is better now, but still. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Who knows, right? It's very, very unknown. We can just make predictions, and of course we rough times maybe. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not really an optimist or pessimist. I'm a realist. I'm not really worried about my job or anything like that, if that's what you're referring to. Not at the least, because, you know, companies are still years away from replacing people. Even if they would want to, they're still years away from replacing people with, you know, computers. That requires highly sophisticated level of organizational things, because one thing that's kind of good for humanity is that most companies are highly inefficient and highly unorganized. Because in order to build, let's say, an AI-first company or highly automated company, you need to be highly organized already, right? So I think people underestimate. At Dream Data where I work, I speak to customers. I help them set up some tracking and stuff almost every week, at least once or twice. And when you see how terrible just basic websites of billion-dollar companies are, you realize how far things are from being like, oh, we're going to automate all of it. It's like, no, you will not. Not in 100 years, right? So people underestimate the level of useless managers, the level of useless product managers, project managers. These guys will deeply resist things, right? Because they want to keep their jobs, right? Because people often speak about programmers losing their jobs. Imagine what's going to happen to these crappy PMs, project managers, product managers, and all of the other people. It's unimaginable, right? They're going to have it way worse than us. Well, I mean, this is kind of where. So let me tell you one thing, Frankie. I don't know how long have you been writing code. It actually doesn't matter if it's for 10 years, 50, or 3 years. It's irrelevant. I've been in this industry also for very, very long, and sloppy code, sloppy code has been majority of code that has been written on this planet, right? So this premise how AI writes code like this or that, I don't buy that, right? Because most programmers suck, right? Most programmers, I would say, suck at their job because most people that got into this industry got because of the money. So most people go to their work, write some shit, and go home, and they want to do something else, right? So I would say that, I think we are using our relative point we are setting here is not good. Like we are comparing AI to humans. That's a terrible comparison because humans suck as much as AI does, right? So it's just like we are kind of creating these we're creating these expectations to. It's the same when people say AI is never going to reach human level intelligence, and I always say I hope it never reaches our intelligence. There's nothing fundamentally amazing about our intelligence. We are exterminating ourselves, right? There has never been the time in history of this planet where we didn't kill each other and et cetera, right? So I don't know why we use human species as some sort of relative point of comparison. It's just plain dumb, right? I don't think we should use ourselves for. I hope that AI reaches some other level of intelligence and not human level of intelligence, right? Yeah. Then you know better than I, Frankie. Then you know better than I. So I don't know. It's a lot of. It's just. Okay, there's no watch. Yeah, Frankie, I agree with you, man. I agree. I mean, knowledge is also useless, right? Actually, I recently finished Ultra Learning book, and knowledge transfer has been psychologically a massive problem for centuries. Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck with these tests, man? Unfortunately, there's a lot of all decisions projects nowadays. I don't know, Frank. I think for me, I don't think that at least since I've been in this industry, I don't think that has ever not been a case. Honestly, I think I don't separate AI or times today or times before in any different way. I can definitely agree that software quality has massively degraded past 10 or 15 years. Actually, way before AI, we had AI. And that was basically when we started building software, when we embraced this ship fast and fail fast concept too literally, right? I mean, just go to LinkedIn, right? Just go to LinkedIn and see what people are saying. You know, it's like it's just absurd. So software, you know, has been becoming degraded. I mean, I think this is factual. Just open your task manager, you know, or open your phone and see how many years you can use your hardware before you need to buy, you know. So we're basically fixing crappy software by just throwing more hardware at it. No, we're absolutely on the same page, Frankie. I'm just talking crap. Like I'm just trying to kind of keep some dynamic here because the stream is pretty dead today. So I think we're on the same page. Actually, we're saying the same thing. Yeah. I'm with you, man. Definitely. Okay, let's actually do something else. I have some notes on my tablet. Give me 1 second. I wrote a lot of stuff. Move creation to a cron job. So basically, that is actually. Let me share the screen from the tablet to the screen here, so I can actually see easier what we did. Start now. All right, so what do we have? Move the creation to a cron job. So you can say that's complete. I have no idea what the fuck I wrote here. I have no idea what's calendar reminders. We need a calendar. Okay, so calendar document the feature produce. Okay, that's low. Let's just say here like L for low. Did we implement Pareto principle? Give me 1 second. Oh my god, I did say add retries. Jesus Christ, thank you. You can read my own thing. Oh my god. This is hilarious. He can read my own handwriting. I love you, man. Thank you. Jesus. I'm using a bullMQ. bullMQ. What an irony, man. Guy reading my own handwriting. Absolutely legendary. Okay, what else? Calendar. Okay. can Cursor work with free tiers of LLM? No, but some models like Grok is free now, so. Of course, my pleasure, man. Give me just 1 second. Let me just do one thing. David, hey buddy, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Let me just write these things down so we can focus on them now. Move, okay. Payment part to the side, drawer, and make it like a ChatGPT chat. Frankie, I have a local LLM as well. I'm just waiting for something cheap enough that I can also run as part of my Kubernetes, so I can then switch programmer network to use that instead of that. Which is the best local model? The best model I've tried had 8 billion parameters. I don't remember which one, what was the name. I think it was something called Coder 2.03, something Coder, I don't know. And so the biggest thing is you definitely need a dedicated machine to use it, right? Because if you, like, for example, if you take a look at this machine from which I'm streaming, this is literally, this machine is made for that. You can see it's a 16-core CPU, it's a DDR5, it's a very, very good machine, very expensive computer. But you can see that the GPU is RTX 4070 Ti. It has 12 gigs of RAM, which is Yeah, Quen 2. Yeah, 100% that one, yes. But you can see, I mean, if once I ran it on my, I believe both of them I tried, yes. And you can see if I run that on my computer, my GPU gets almost fully utilized, right? Then I can't use my computer for anything else. So it's kind of, you know, so I'm waiting for some models good enough that I can run on my mini PCs on my Kubernetes cluster. So for example, I can show you if I go to the guide that I wrote, which is this one. If I go to my hardware here, so you can see I have a 4-unit rack. I'm keeping some space inside here for one more mini PC where I will just run the AI, right? But we are still, so I need a mini PC such as this that can run these models. And I can even have like an external GPU enclosure via Thunderbolt or whatever for the GPU. But I think based on my research and current knowledge, limited knowledge whatsoever, we are still very far from that, So let me just go to the next page on my tablet to see what else. What can we use frame and notes? User can take notes during learning. We could also include them while generating flashcards. Provide learning guidelines for users. Explain our system. Ultra learning framework. Payments. I misspelled that, but who cares? Etc. We need a calendar component for organizing learning sessions. Calendar reminders. Yeah, and that's what about the Mac Mini for that? Yeah, I mean, Mac Mini has been suggested a lot. Try LF. Let's actually try that immediately, or let me just this release. Yeah, small and beats older. Nice, man. That's insane. So what about Mac Mini? The thing is with the Mac, right? I mean, let me put it into perspective like this. This is let me share my take on current state of local models. So let me just put it in perspective. Literally, if you buy any of these cheap models, like now, if you buy an AI access, let me show you one thing just so you can understand why am I not still running it locally. So this is AI that we use for programmer network, okay? So this month, so for 30 days, we spent $2.73. This is for programmer network. So when you share a thought, we also use it to aggregate a lot of SSR feeds, bunch of other things. Some of these models are so cheap that you will literally spend 10 times more electricity running your thing 24/7 if you're doing that than paying for it, right? So for me, in order to truly run something locally, it has to have you can of course say privacy. That I agree with you instantly. So if for some reason you truly care about privacy, then the discussion is meaningless. So privacy, agreed. But if that's not your main objective, hosting locally is completely ridiculous. It makes zero sense. Because again, if you want to run a single GPU that, let's say, is actually utilized, it's doing a lot of work, it's right. So it's really about, I mean, depending, of course, how we observe. No, for sure. Like, let me rephrase. I think depending on your reasoning and depending on how you evaluate the value, what is value, right? then certain directions are going to make sense. I'm talking primarily from the perspective of money. So from the perspective of money, you cannot find a single reason to self-host. That is just objectively true. Because again, I have my Kubernetes cluster, 4 Raspberry Pis, and 3 mini PCs, 3 routers. They consume from 70 to 100% watts of power. So we can calculate that into electricity. But let's say that I pay 10 or 15 euros a month for electricity just running this. If I had a GPU that was heavily utilized, like let's say that GPU would consume probably 200-300 watts, I assume, right? If it was really doing the work all the time, you cannot spend that much AI if you're paying for a service, right? I'm using OpenAI for Programmer Network primarily. I don't know what model we recently switched to. I believe 5.1 or 2 or whatever. Oh fuck! You also told me about this. Wait, I want to check this. Yeah, this is what you told me about.
New follower detected. Programmer network updated.
We're releasing the weights of post-trained. Yeah, I need to try this out. If you say it's good, I'll definitely give it a shot. Exceptional. Suri666, hey buddy, thank you very much for follow. Excellent work.
New follower detected. Programmer network updated.
I mean, let's try now. Let me see like how much GPU, how much memory I have right now. Give me 1 second. I mean, if we have sufficient amount of memory, let's give it a shot already. Now, how is my GPU doing now? Josh, my friend. Hey, everybody. How are you doing, guys? Thank you for coming. Okay, so let's try it already now. So, no, I'm not gonna update this crap. Newly loaded models will use the updated runtime. According to you, which is better, Mac? There's no such thing better, my friend. Such thing in programming doesn't exist. You need to define what it is that you're programming, what are you building, etc. Right? If you want to build a C#, if you want to be a .NET developer, then Windows is better for you. If not, that there's no such thing as better or worse. It depends on the context. You have to update LM Studio. Josh, give me 2 seconds. I just want to try one model. I will update the studio now. I'm just going to download the model. As you can see, the model is actually, it's downloaded now. I'm not going to run it yet. Then I'll just update the studio. And then we're going to see, okay, so where's the update? How do I update? Okay. But where is the update? How do I... Is it in the bottom right? No, okay, got it. Sure. Give me a sec. How do I update this thing? Okay, let me close it. Maybe it's gonna ask me again. LM Studio. All right, so it's asking me to update. Let's update, and then we look at it. Relaunch app to apply update, okay? It's not. But I downloaded the one you sent me, but now you have sent me this one. So I'm gonna try this one. Wait, LM Studio is kind of farting out. I see. Okay, got it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Why is LM Studio not starting? Is it still updating? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. No worries, man. No worries. I have insane internet, so it's gonna download it in like 10 seconds. Don't worry. Jesus Christ, man. The fuck with this UI, dude? What is this crap? Is it this one 2 days ago? I guess it's this one, right? Okay, let's try. It's downloading now, as you can see here. All right, let's load the model. But where is that, man? I have no idea what that is. Like, where? I selected whatever I found here. Where? I mean, I didn't select anything yet. I didn't load. So where should I change that? Yeah, well, I mean, I downloaded whatever... Where does it say 5-bit, 8-bit? Where did you read that? This is what I downloaded already. Yeah, this is what I downloaded. There's... What else can I change here? Oh, I see, I see. And you want me to choose this one here, right? Q8. Is this what you're saying, right? I see, I see. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I had no idea that there is that thing there. Sorry, man, and thank you. Okay, let's give it a shot. I mean, always happy to learn something from you guys. It has to go both ways, and it's very hard to stay on top of everything. So thanks for suggestion. Let's see. I mean, I can already run this on some of my PCs here. So if this is good, I mean, I can already run it for Programmer Network. Okay, let's load the model. Should I just leave this as is? GPU 3 gigs. Is just the context is very little. 4,000 is nothing, right? What should I set the context to? So what is my GPU at right now? I also need to make sure I don't kill the stream. So right now my GPU is at 40%. And you're saying set this to 20K. Yeah, I think that should be okay, I guess. I'll monitor here. Let's monitor the GPU. So let's say, should I leave everything else as is? So 20K GPU offload. Should I just keep everything else like this? Well, I mean, it's calculating this on its own. I don't care. So is this fine? Should I just load the model? Okay. Failed to load model, missing tensor output norm. I have no idea what that means. Let me load the other one, yeah. Let me try to load this one. Nah. Loading model missing tensor output norm. You need to update your runtimes to V blah blah under the beta tab. Ctrl Shift R. Oh, we have to update this crap here. I see. No, let's see. Maybe it will. Who knows? Let's try again. No worries, man. No worries. You need to update your runtimes to V1660. Ah, okay. So yeah, we're missing that version here, right? We're missing the latest one is V6065. So, oh no, never mind. Wait. No, we're good. If we switch to the beta releases, right? All good. I think it will work after this. All good. Yes. Okay, good. I think now it should work. So if we try again. There we go. All right. I'm a little bit worried about the GPU though, so let's see. No, I did not set it to 20. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's load again. Load. All right, I think it's loaded now. Okay, let's try. What should we ask it? Hi there. Wow, what the hell, dude? That's so fast. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me give it my programmer network article and ask it to summarize. So I'm gonna grab all of this and say, can you summarize this article for me? Wow, dude. This is sick, bro. But man, it's not using my GPU memory at all. How I get 80 tokens per second, yeah. What is the biggest takeaway from this article? The biggest takeaway from this article is that daily reflection, when done honestly and consistently, is a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. The author emphasizes that reflection isn't about perfect grammar or polished ideas, but rather about creating an authentic space. Man, wow, this is very good, man. It summarized my personal thoughts because I write my articles without AI. Wow, that is awesome, dude. You know, the only thing that I'm amazed by, it's not even using, is it even using my GPU? Because only 35%, it's only utilizing it 40%. So yeah, but it's not, unless Task Manager is showing wrong stats. Wait. Yeah, it's only 35%, only 40% of my GPU is utilized, so. Anyway, man, this is insane. This is very nice, dude. So this is amazing advancement. This is very good, dude. This is the best thing I've tried locally so far. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing. I have RTX 4070 Ti. You can see it here in the top. Very good, very good. Very, very good, man. Jesus, I want to test this more. Okay, let's see how it does with the code. Let's see, okay. I mean, I don't think it can fit this context. Let's try to give it this. What would you improve with these tests? Jesus, man, it's so fast. What? Man, this is sick. This is absolutely insane, man. Absolutely, I'm so happy, dude. Thank you. So I'll literally host this. Fuck, guys. Wait, I have an amazing laptop, a brand new one, that also has RTX 4070 Ti. Give me 1 second. Dude, I have an insane laptop that I don't use. I bought it brand new for travel, and it's just sitting in my drawers literally for a year. It also has RTX 4070 Ti on it. So I'll literally just, man, what I'm gonna do with this laptop, I'm just gonna install bare Ubuntu server, so no like UI or anything, and I'm just gonna use it to run this model. So I'm gonna dedicate full hardware just to this. So that is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna eject this dude. How do I gift a sub? How do you do that? I never get gifted a sub. How can I give you a sub, man? Ah, fuck. No, I gifted it to a wrong person. Jesus Christ, how do I give it to you, man? Gift. Can I? Yes, there we go. There you go, buddy. Yeah. Cheers, man. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, bud. Thanks. That was useful. All right, I'm gonna play more off stream. I'm gonna set this up for Programmer Network So we'll probably switch to this model to do some more awesome stuff with it. That's great. Okay, all right, let's get back to programming a little bit here. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we wrote several to-dos here. So what we want to do now in the UI, so now we want to do a bit of UI. So let's The model that I tried, Code Josh, is just the one that's written above, and LM Studio is just a tool to run the models, right? So yeah, we need to heavily update our track view. Number one, we want to open a drawer when a single node under learning path is opened. We want learning path to kind of be full width instead of now being split view. Inside a drawer, we want ChatGPT-like window where user will, as is now, talk to the AI. The difference whatsoever will be that we will be storing the messages from the AI and the user and keep sending them as part of the context to the AI agent. Essentially, a Feynman technique view will become a place for user to go back and forth with the AI while keeping the context sent to the agent so agent can respond properly. No, you don't have to download the beta version of the studio. If you press Control Shift and R, you're gonna get into this runtime view. You have to switch the runtime extension packs to beta, and then you need to ensure at least that the version of these accelerated engines or whatever these engines is version 1.66.0. So again, you're gonna have the extensions pack set to stable. You need to switch to beta and then update whatever you have here. All right, let's see now how this is gonna end, but I'm more and more excited about this feature we're building. I think it's gonna be very, very useful, very useful. Do I need CUDA for that? I don't think so, no. I don't think so, but you know, I'm not an AI expert, certainly, or machine learning expert, so I think it takes 5 minutes to give it a shot. So I would just say, download the LM Studio. It's gonna take 3 seconds to download and just give it a shot. I think way less effort than researching. Good morning from Arizona. Well, most of my family is in Phoenix, so hi, sunny, deserty Arizona. Frozen Fusion. Yeah, you download it locally, Josh. It's only 2 gigabytes. It's a very small model. Only 2 gigs. Only 2 gigabytes. What are you working on today? I'm basically building a feature for myself and then for hopefully for other people of Programmer Network. By the way, make sure that some of you at least sign up today if you can, please. I'm building a feature based on ultra learning and 2 other books. So this is the core book for this feature. It's called Ultra Learning. And basically, I'm trying to incorporate all the meta learning concepts into this feature so you can create your mastery tracks. So you come to Programmer Network, you create your own learning tracks. You know, I want to learn Kubernetes, and then AI is going to create all of the stuff for you needing to reach your goals based on some of these Feynman technique, ultra learning, and other things. So now I'm just expanding on that, and it's a lot of AI needed for this feature. So I'm kind of trying to scaffold. Well, not scaffold. I mean, feature is nearly complete, but it's highly complex. I mean, in a sense of how many things there are. So trying to keep context as AI is doing. I'm also trying to keep some context in my head. Because give me just 2 seconds, guys. I need to do one thing. Nice. Okay. I just need to double check one thing very quickly on my other screen. Would you buy a Mac Mini? Depending which one, right? If I had a lot of money, I would buy a very expensive Mac Mini, right? It depends what it is, like which one you're talking about. Mac Mini exists with 16 gigs of RAM. I would never buy that. I think the biggest one is like 120, 250. I think there's Mac Mini 256 gigabyte of memory, something like that, something absurd, right? So for example, this is what I would buy. If I wanted to like invest in it, if I had like, let's say this is around 3,000 euros. So this is maybe what I would buy. 60 core 64 gigs of RAM, but there's bigger ones, right? Because these guys have this like soldered memory, so the RAM and GPU memory acts as one, so that's why they're perfect for AI. So 60 core GPU. So this I would buy, for example, right? If it's just a return on investment, like this is DKK to, let's say, dollar. This is $3,000, right? So based on how much AI I spend today, because my company pays for it, basically meaning I pay zero today, investing $3,000 into something I already have for free would be kind of hard to justify, because the only justification I could have is like, yeah, now I'm running things locally. Sure. So $3,000 plus electricity, right? So again, I need to really have a good reason to do it, because it is an investment without any return besides me being able to tell you guys that I run my local models, right? But that's not really a value, right? That's just flexing, look at me, I have my own models I'm running, right? But yes, I would get a Mac, but older one, right? So this one, I think there's an absurd one. I think this one maybe, it has... I don't know which one was it, but there was some, 26 gigs max. I think it's this one. $256 gigs of RAM, right? So that is absurd. That I would buy, yes. Ismail, buddy, hey, I haven't seen you in ages, man. You good? How is life, man? Thank you for coming, dude. Yeah, man, I'm doing awesome. Just spending some chill time with you guys. Learning.public.user, no. Yeah, but where do I provide the schema references? Was it here? Yeah, schema, that's weird. References, I don't remember the syntax, give me a second. Find schema dot. Ah, okay, I see. I see. That is the syntax. Okay. Didn't know that. All right, let's try that again. All right, so now migrations have run. So AI has kind of farted there a little bit. Let's see if anything else is farting. It seems to be. Track node has many called with something that's not subclass of sequelize model. Okay. So AI has just farted there a bit. Yeah, okay. So instead of me manually fixing this, fuck it. Let's just you messed up some table names. Please use Postgres MCP as well. Yeah, okay, it forgot to register them in our centralized models, I see, okay. Cool. Alrighty. Learning tracks, let's see. Nice, okay, well, okay. All right. Okay. I mean, wow. AI has kind of crushed it here. So it did create us a chat-like thing. I love this. Very good. Let's just tell it the chat window you made in the UI is amazing. Let's just make sure it's not full width, but let's say around 35% of width. Let's go back here. Nice. Okay, let's see. Which AI are you using to make this UI? Well, I mean, wait, are you talking about the current feature or I guess I'm using cursor. I'm using just the cursor models now. So let's see now what happens. So joins are used to link tables to each other. Let's see if actually this works at all. Your explanation is right track, but too minimal to show a deeper grasp. Consider how you might expand on what it means for tables to be linked. So, okay, so different joins join data in a different way. Some join the data to one table, some to another, and some merge the data with the same fields. I'm just randomly writing now to see. You've added a bit more detail, but the explanation is still, okay, good, so the chat works, amazing. And do we preserve our chat when we come here for the user? Oh man, yes, very good. This is gonna be amazing feature for learning. Oh yeah, hell yeah, okay. So nice. Let's see how are we doing now in the OpenAI usage, because we are using pretty good models for this. So that's going to be interesting to see. Can I say today? Oh, thank you very much, dude. Thank you for coming. I'll also be off soon, but thank you again for that model. And please, whenever you have the time, come by. Very, very good. I don't know if you guys can see on your screen, but now basically we've added this chat type of thing where when you're learning with each different concept and fact and procedure, you can kind of get back and forth with AI. And now we're actually including the chat history and that basically, so we're sending it with AI as you talk. So that's very good. Let me just review some of the things here. Add conversation history, very good. Very, very good. Very good. I like the code a lot. I think it's very good. Nothing really to complain about here. Clean, nice, transactional. Tests were also updated, I suppose, to some degree. We'll see about that soon. The only thing I dislike is that it created a table with a plural name. We don't use plural for our tables. We use singulars. Actually, we're not consistent there, so that kind of sucks. But that mistake is fully on me. So I'll acknowledge it. That's how it is. Let's see if our pre-commit hook succeeds or if it fails. Either tests or something else might fail. Let's see. Probably tests will fail. Yep. All right, while it's doing that, let's review this stuff. Very, very good. I like that. I like that all. Very good. Let's take a look at the selectors it created. So give me the messages, get me a single message by the node ID. And then we have some loading selectors, so very nice. Cool. All right, this is non-related, I suppose, to this thing. Doesn't matter. These are just some stories, so that's fine now. Let's go here. I think there is an actual node ID here, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I need to check. I need to cross-check with the API. Get node title. Need to check the database, actually. Tables. So there is a node ID and the ID as well, yeah. So no, not really. So if we go here and then here, and this is actually wrong. I think this is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. This comment is also wrong. So this ID in a database is an actual number. It's an integer. And then we have a node ID, which is a string. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of useless a bit, but we'll see. audit result preview. I don't think this is needed anymore. Let's not use this expensive model for this crap. Can we review what's needed and what not, as we have, I believe, removed the audit, the preview when a mastery track is created. Feel there are some components that we can get rid of. Yeah, also these steps, for example, I know that we no longer need that crap, so all right, before I actually execute on that, I'm just going to commit this in case AI fails. So what I'm gonna do, maybe actually some of that is gonna be removed anyway, so that's fine. 4 problems in this. Where the fuck are the problems, man? Are you using .NET? No. All right, cool. All right, cool. Try committing that now. Bounty, my friend. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How's life? How is life serving you, my dude? Very good to hear, man. Very good to hear. Cursor is the best that you've tried for agentic coding. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think it is. I would say so, I believe. How is Alex? Good, man. Good. Gonna stream for a few more minutes. Gonna join my wife and kids. Spend some time with them. Yeah, just building this feature for Programmer Network I'm very passionate about. Looking forward to finish this soon. It's a very, very large and complex thing, but managing with the AI, it's kind of making me feel I'm not building it on my own. So that's very good, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be super, super nice. Looking forward to use this myself and then to refine it over time. I might even turn it into a different product if I see that it has potential. Okay, removing now a bunch of unused code. What about you, man? How are your projects going? I know that you used to build a lot of things yourself. How is that going for you? Nice, man. Very awesome. Very awesome. Nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, dude. Well done. Well done. Yeah. I mean, we're all always aiming for that, are we not? Are we not, Bounty, right? So that is the ultimate challenge, making something that's useful in the sea of products coming out every day, right? Because if it's not useful, then building it is also not useful. I mean, it's very little motivation in there. You're not posting or logging into Programmer Network at all, man. I remember you used to do that before. Maybe I need to send you guys some emails and stuff. Nice, man. There's nothing I love more than removing code. It's the most amazing feeling.
New follower detected. Programmer network updated.
Mikael or Michael, whatever you pronounce it, thank you very much for the follow, man. I hope you're doing well. Nice, dude, nice. Nice, man. Good to hear. Great. Happy that you found my stream, man. I hope everything's all right. What do you do, Michael, yourself? Are you a programmer? Are you a professional as well, or are you learning now, or what it is that you do yourself? G-Bounty, would getting some emails once a week or once a day, would it help to remind you about PN? Would that annoy you more? Would it change anything for you? Because I have zero engagement emails, which is impossible for platforms like this, because if you don't nudge people a bit, the chances that they're gonna be using it are marginally low, right? Nice, man. Nice, nice. Very nice. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck, I wonder if this is sufficient, maybe, like this. Maybe not so much for myself, but for others. And Acer, hey buddy, still working on the Learning Hub on the framework here. Getting really far. It's highly complex, so it's a lot of stuff to do. But we're getting there. I don't know, G-Bounty. I mean, you know me by now well enough. I think I don't. These concepts of time are meaningless to me. I mean, I try to focus short term. I try to learn something every day, so I'm a better person than I was yesterday, right? And that's kind of how I do it, going incrementally, you know, step by step. Long-term, looking long-term planning and stuff, that is where humans fail a lot. Oh, you know, I'm gonna go to gym next 3 years and I'm gonna have six-pack. Doesn't work. You need to think it's way simpler when you plan tomorrow and when you consistently do things, when you show continuity and consistency and stuff, then things are, but maybe, I don't know. You didn't get much in the last year. I see. I don't know. I have a higher responsibility for my wife and kids as my wife doesn't work. So kind of for me, it's like you could say biggest motivation in a way. Like I can't not perform, right? So it's a good thing to have, because there's no higher incentive than providing for your children, right? That's like nothing will motivate you as much. So how do you do your unit tests? I'm not sure. You need to be a bit more specific about that. I'm not sure what you mean. How do I do my unit tests? I just test the units of code as always, right? So if you could ask that question a bit more specific, then I can maybe give you a good answer. My workflow, I mean, I don't do TDD or BDD if that's what you mean. I test only things that are critical. I don't test the arbitrary things. So I generate some feature, I finalize the feature, and then I generate the tests for it. So you could say that's an anti-pattern in a way. So in ideal scenario, right, the only way you can do TDD or BDD properly is to have a lot of knowledge up front about a certain thing you're building. But because I'm building everything in the moment, I don't have a designer, I don't have a front-end developer, back-end developer, infrastructure, content creator, a PM, I do everything. That means that I writing unit tests up front would be arbitrary, because I spend a lot of time adding and removing things until they make sense. So with that said, writing tests would be arbitrary and useless, because I would be removing these tests and rewriting them the entire time, right? So in order to truly embrace TDD and BDD, you need to What the fuck is this? Why is it so hard to make two tabs work? So you can see how sometimes these shitty models fail, right?
Network updated.
Gabriel, thank you very much, man. I hope you're doing well. So bad, man. So fucking bad. Sometimes. Ah, man.
New follower detected. Programmer network updated.
Can you understand? I wrote this entire code base from scratch, so of course I can understand. I don't trust the process at all. I have zero trust in the process. That's why I'm going back and forth with it a lot, because the process sucks. So no, I do not trust it. It's an amazing tool. It's AI is fascinating, but it's a prediction algorithm, aka it predicts what is going to make sense next. So trusting that is impossible, right? But I also don't trust other people either. So if you worked with me, I wouldn't trust you either. I would still review your code equally as I review the code of AI. There's zero difference. It doesn't actually matter who writes the code. Is it computer, a human being, God, Jesus Christ himself? I would always review that code, right? So it's completely beyond the point who writes it. I don't think there's any difference. AI writing it or a person writing it, in most cases, AI is going to write it better than a person anyway, and 500 times faster. But still, it makes mistakes, it hallucinates just as human beings hallucinate as well. And just as human beings, it's not deterministic, meaning if I give it a task, same task, three times, it's going to do it differently, but so will a human being as well. So in a sense, there's really no difference. Who generates the code, it's meaningless. Human being or not, you need to do massive due diligence, review it, improve it, suggest changes, right? There's really you shouldn't treat AI in any way different than a human being, really. The process is exactly the same. Same criteria applies. You need to review the living crap out of it, because software is built incrementally in a compound way. Yeah, of course, I have massive agents files. So for every project, all the open source libraries I write, all of the projects have these agents MD files, which are very large. This is the API one. It's like 1,600 lines of. Are you vibe coding? I don't know what that is. You need to be more specific. Completable dev. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Okay, let's see. So we committed that. Thing. Let's see. Applies learning. Okay, good. Neo, hey buddy. Thank you for coming, man. It's been a while. Man, this platform has been live for like 2 years, so of course I have a CI and everything else. No, that's not vibe coding. That's literally not what vibe coding is. Vibe coding is usually done by non-technical people who generate code without looking at it at all. So no, that's not vibe coding. I highly advise you to read the definition of it, because it's not that. All right, that's very good. No need to apologize, man. All good. It's just that that's not a definition. That has that definition. Vibe coding. First and foremost, vibe coding has nothing to do with coding. I don't know why they named it like that. Vibe coding has no programming concept in it. It's a non-technical person talking English or Chinese to a prompt. So I don't know why they used word coding with it. It should have been called something like wannabe programmer building products, which is also fine. But coding means writing code, right? So you cannot be not writing code and still call it coding. It makes no sense, right? Do you follow design? Of course I follow design architecture, my friend. Of course. I mean, it's very hard to answer these questions, man. Like, it's impossible. I don't know what that means. Do you follow design? Every project follows some architecture, right? So you need to be a little bit more specific, right? I do DDD in a specific way, right? So that is very hard to answer. I don't know what that means. Do you follow architecture? I mean, which one, right? Shatan Yadav. Hey, buddy. Good evening. Yeah, this stream is typically about programming network platform. Please, if you care about the values we're building here, sign up if you have a second. Now I'm just building a new feature we're building as part of programming network, based on several books I recently read. So we're trying to You sound very frustrated and upset. Absolutely, I'm completely upset. I'm shaking in anger right now, as you can see. Completely shaking in fear right now. Friday, you're back. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Alrighty, so let's kind of go through a couple of these things we recently kind of generated. We need to review a couple of these things. Close. Yeah, we have that. Target outline. Yeah, I don't think we have this. Yeah, we actually do. Icon refresh. We do. Icon award. Outline. Yes. I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about, but because you're fucking dumb, I'll just ban you. There you go. Fucking idiot. Okay, let's go and execute on this. Create types, create a chat header utils, create types. Yeah, exactly. So let's just basically go ahead and clean it up. Let's just clean that up. I don't know if we should kind of generate some tests for that. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. Yep. Yeah. handle on back click, yeah. I mean, should we memorize that? Probably not, but doesn't matter. Let's see. Yeah. Get node type icon, concept icon brain, text primary, text success primary error. Yes, sure. Cool. Hanagval, hey buddy, I'm building a programmer network here, a platform for programmers. Now I'm building a feature based around Ultra Learning book and 2 other books for creating mastery tracks. Basically, you want to learn something, so it encompasses, it embraces several learning methods, the most common learning methods, basically. So now I'm just kind of we are very far. It's a very complex thing. So yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing today. Na 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 na. You have my LinkedIn in the description of this thing. Actually, I have an idea for your website. Just share it here, man. Just share it here. Or go to Discord. I mean, it's not... write it in chat and then we can discuss it. Because there's a bunch of people here who ask me exactly that, and then I tell them to message me and they want to send me some video services. Hey, I can create videos for you out of your... Like, I don't care about that, man. So if you have some idea, please just share it here, or you can message me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great. You have my LinkedIn, and you have a LinkedIn in the Twitch description. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of stuff that we can kind of break down and improve here as well. And also you could say there's a lot of repetition. I mean, I saw the same utility. Just keep in mind, Nick, I was referring to Yadav. He said he has some ideas. I don't think he does. He probably wants to sell something, but if you want to see my experience, it's included in this description of this Twitch stream. So that's the best way for you to check that out. I see. Okay, cool. Let's kind of smack that there. Nah, it's not a lot of tests. I mean, we could write a lot more, but how are you doing, buddy? How's life? Good, man, good. I mean, good. Gonna round up the stream soon. Wanna spend some time with You use React, which implies a backend API as a single person project. Sounds a lot of work. Sounds a lot of work. What happened to my voice? Nothing happened to my voice. What do you mean? Sounds a lot of work. Why not go for something with all stacks, like Django or Laravel? So I don't know, man, how to. Nick. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I'm just not sure how to respond to these statements, man. That is a super vague statement. I would say it actually makes absolutely no sense. I would say it quite contrary. No, I think I changed some. I think I added some audio processing to my microphone, to my OBS setup. So some people with strange headphones or strange stereos are hearing it differently. I've heard that from someone a day or two ago, right? So no, nothing changed. It's just because when I hear it on my headphones, these are like 300 euros headphones, and on my studio monitors, it sounds amazing. But Nick, I can't respond to that, man. It's quite contrary to what you're saying, and that's not how architecture works, how infrastructure works. So I think it is highly opposite to what you're saying. There's nothing more natural and simple as having a separate front end and back end, right? So it's as simple as it gets. You have a specialized API that delivers JSON, and you have specialized UI that renders that JSON in the best way possible, right? So I would say that it is completely contrary to your statement. I always write my APIs in pure JavaScript. Do you recommend me learning TypeScript? If so, what are benefits? Well, I mean, the types are the massive benefit, right? So that is the benefit, right? Now you see people using any. I mean, I don't think that's true, man. Some people like, the thing is, some people argument can be applied to anything, right? As I was saying a couple of days ago, some people liked Hitler as well, right? Or some people shit over each other for pleasure, right? So to say that some people are using it, I agree with you. I mean, yes, some people are using it, right? Some people are using any, yes. But that's not an argument in itself. You can't say I'm not gonna use types because some people are using any, right? You don't have to be that person. So why does it matter what people that are not very good at what they do are doing, right? Because that's like saying some people are fat, so I'm not gonna go to the gym, right? It's absurd, right? Some people are smoking, or whatever. I can come with a million arguments. You should be using TypeScript because types are very useful, and that's really it. Do you want to use generics and polymorphism and some other things when it comes to TypeScript? That's up to you. Yes, you will. But types fundamentally are something that makes you write your software easier, right? So that's really it. So I definitely advise you to use TypeScript. Yes, that is almost a standard today in any serious project. You will not go to a single company on this planet that's serious enough, that's not a startup in inception that's 2 months old, that's not writing TypeScript, if they're writing JavaScript, right? So that is just common sense. So definitely tech, I would definitely advise you to do that, yes. And again, note, it's very important to understand one thing. You can learn TypeScript in 20 minutes or 10 minutes. So again, you just have to know what to focus on. When you set up TypeScript, just continue writing it as if you're writing JavaScript, because it is a superset. You don't have to deep dive into various types of concepts. You don't have to become a C# developer. You don't have to write generics up front and stuff. Just, start adding just primitive types. So when you create a new function, say this is now a number, this is a string, this is an object, interface, whatever, and then over time, right, you can embrace other concepts, right? So TypeScript comes with many tools and many different things, and you certainly don't have to use these tools all the time, right? So, or you don't even have to use them ever. So you can set up a TypeScript project and keep just using basic things forever, right? So I would say that's pretty much it. Yeah. But so with that said, right, I don't think this has anything to do with JavaScript or anything like that. I think dynamic languages like Ruby and any Python as well, any languages that are not naturally coming with types, you can definitely benefit from having a type system. I love JavaScript. I've been writing it for more than 20 years, right? And for the most part, I didn't use TypeScript. For the most part, I just wrote plain JavaScript. But then once you switch to writing TS, it helps a lot, right? I don't think you have to throw any in there. Like if we, like this, so Programmer Network is fully written in TypeScript, like literally tens of thousands of lines of code. We have not a single any in this project. This is only, I believe, types. What is this? These are some generics. Yeah, these are generics here, but we don't have a single any anywhere used in these are tests. So besides tests, we don't have a single any used anywhere. So I don't think that you have to throw any besides. So there may be two cases where you can use any that is types. That is tests. And sometimes error handling, but typically you're going to use unknown there, right? So, and that's very easy to avoid. Once you set the project up, you simply disable that with your compiler, your transpiler, and you simply don't allow that ever, right? So I don't think you have to ever throw any in. I would never allow that in a code base ever, right? Because if you do that, then it defeats the purpose of the type system completely, which makes no sense. So it's very easy. You simply prevent your build to build if you have any, and problem solved. And then people can't really deploy anything or push anything because they can't overcome that, right? So that's kind of where I stand in it. Alrighty. Oh, it's been what, 2.5 hours or something like that, right? Whew. Yeah. Let me maybe. So some of you guys say that my my voice sounds weird, right? Yeah, I've been told that. Will Rust ever get that position where it's used in big companies? Finding jobs for Rust devs still seem very niche, although the language seemed to be very popular. Will Rust ever get to that point where it's used in big companies? I mean, my opinion is probably kind of irrelevant. I don't know. Like, Rust is a very convoluted language. Rust is not a language that people look at and say, oh my God, this is beautiful, right? Rust has some very good ideas and some premises and some things, but it's certainly not a language that developers look at and say, wow, this is the most beautiful syntax that I've ever seen, right? So yeah, Rust is obviously loved by some people and hated by most others because of the syntax and because of some ideas. Is it going to become embraced on a global large scale? Probably yes. I think it's already being used in a Linux kernel. It's already used in various places, and I mean, yeah, that really boils down to embedded developers like C programmers, right? So it's yeah, yes, for sure. I hope it will. I mean, but again, it boils down to you know, again, it's not the biggest sin of Rust is that they went really crazy with. You know, it's a very punishing language, right? So it's a very punishing language, which is a feature in itself, right? I think that language being as such is a feature in itself, and some people respect that very thing that people hate it for, right? So if you're building critical system, you will certainly not use Rust to build web pages, right? Because these are not critical systems in most cases, but you know, if you need to build airplane software, I guess, or rockets that kill children around the world or something like that, right? Then maybe Rust is a great thing for that, right? Mr. Situation, hey buddy, how you doing? So, but will Rust ever get to that position? Who the hell knows, right? We don't know. That boils down to the other low-level programmers and if they're willing to switch to it, if it solves. Been sleeping whole day, lucky bastard. But Mr. Situation, man, you just joined when I need to leave because I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, so I need to jump off and be with my family a little bit. How is it going, Mr. Situation, with the cigarettes and stuff? Are you keeping the character going? Nice, man, nice. Keep it up, keep it up. Just sending the words of support. ChatGPT made a plan for me. Nice, dude. Nice, nice. Keep it up, man. You can do it. You can do it. I'm sure. I'm sure. All right, guys, I need to run. My wife is gonna kill me, so I'm gonna go now. But yeah, what can I say? It's been pleasure. My pleasure. Big RD Tech and the rest of you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time. Until then, yeah, what can I say? Take care, and likewise, Bounty. See you all.